The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board Jamb revealed that it recorded a poor outing in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, where over 1.5 million candidates scored below 200. In a breakdown of the results, Jamb disclosed that a total of 1.9 million candidates sat for the exams. 78.5% of this total number scored below 200, 17.11% between 200 and 249, 3.7% between 300 and 319, while 0.24% scored 320 and above. Beyond the scores, Jamb highlighted the operational challenges encountered during the exam, some of which are exam malpractice and absenteeism. I still have with me Stephen Oneya and Adini Ojikutu right here. Doctor, it is obvious that we have a big problem on our hands right here. Over 1.5 million UTME candidates scored below 200. Now, this is an absolute cause for alarm, as a matter of fact. Are the structures of our prestigious educational institutions finally grounding to a halt?
No. My answer is no.
Okay.
Number one, as Nigerians, we should all appreciate the chairman of Jamb, Professor Loyede, for being a revolutionarist and for helping us to bring back the glory of our unified examination, which is the UTME. You know why? We should all remember where we're coming from, that the exam has become a challenge to us because of the level of malpractices. But when the prof came in with his board members, all of them, they have done so well to even take us to this part. Is there a room for improvement? Yes, 100% they need to improve. But what they have done as a nation, we should all, appreciate them. Going forward, the level of failure, I have broken it down to 5, stakeholders.
Give us 2. Let's have Stephen's contribution quickly.
Now the government, let me say the 5, so it can buttress. The government, the society, the parents, the society, the parents, the pupil themselves. If all these stakeholders are serious, we have 50.29% that scored between 160 to 199. That is to say that is the chunk. That means a lot of these candidates are below average. So it's not as if the examination is totally bad. It's a true reflection of their ability, which we should be happy for as a nation, as a parent, that the level of malpractices has reduced. So what can we do to improve? There is a lot of things that we can still do to improve on this.
All right, Mr. Stephen Oneya, quickly. Now, where do you think we should start? Because who bears the first bulk of the blame? Is it the collapse of the family structures? Is it quality of teachers and their passion for the profession?
Yes, so I'm going to approach it from a completely different angle. Because there was a UNESCO report in 2023 that the rote memorization technique, which is the method of learning that we currently use, is outdated. It's no longer tenable in this age. And we need to recognize the difference between education and learning. This result is a structural deficiency. Now we mold and nurture intelligence in this country. These children don't only need to be tested based on a recall-based memorization, speed-determined kind of examination. The world have moved beyond that. You can check out Finland and Estonia. These are countries that have recognized the way AI is shaping the world and the need to transcend our current traditional examination modes. I'm not going to put the blame on Jamb or our institution, but we need to know today learning has gone beyond just being able to have a memory recall or being able to test your speed. It's involved acquiring knowledge, applying knowledge, and transferring knowledge to industries.
But if you are actually kicking against this modus operandi, if you check out those who are the hems of affairs now, they pass through the same process of education, learning and memorizing to do the exams and pass. I mean, is it so difficult to recall a past question that reflects back again to refresh your memory to do what you have to do? Because if you look at it very well, even the young people, with the way they go on social media these days, they don't seem to have that passion to want to study. You see, a young guy wants to drive a Benz at 17, 18. He's craving for the good life at that tender age. He doesn't even think education matters. Do you think all of these factors also contribute?
I'm not going to agree,
because you're making a case for them now. You're not even thinking, what if these ones, do they even understand what it is to be at the top? You have to learn. You have to go to the rudiments.
So I won't want us to go into the public sentiment or analysis of the mindset of the children, but I have a view.
Okay.
You see, you said that those are the helm of affairs.
Yeah.
You can ask yourself that these guys are the helms of affairs. The kind of job availability we have today, what are the kind of jobs in their time? We have job description and job roles that did not exist in their time. We have roles we need to fill. See, the future of job is shifting. The perception of productivity is shifting. I can assure you in the next 5 years, there will be job description that even those setting those questions don't understand. You have jobs like content engineering. We don't have, so I can keep going on the kind of job that will be available. We are not currently positioned well enough to position these children for those kind of opportunities. And it's not a function of, I know we can continue to push blames back on these kids. Yes, they have questions to answer. Yes, they have performance to be evaluated, but we need to move beyond the rote memorization techniques. Very important.
Doctor, a lot of students came online to say they passed Jamb last year, they passed Jamb the year before. What happened this year? Some are attributing it to technical error. Some are saying that the way it was conducted was not as smooth as they expected. You heard about people complaining about leaving the house very early in the morning. We heard cases of some students being kidnapped on the road to go and do Jamb early in the morning. Some of these challenges they also face. Psychologically, don't you think before you get into an exam and you're that worn out, it won't affect productivity as well?
I do not agree with that sentiment.
Okay.
And Jamb did not say that people should come and write the exam 6:30. They said get to center 6:30. So you can as well get, and you have the opportunity to choose the centers that you want. Another information is that if you know you want your ward to all parents, you want your wards to do the examination at the preferred location, please get the Jamb forms when they are out, get them early. Because if those centers are filled up, you will not have a choice rather than to have an alternative place that eventually you will have chosen. So it's where you choose on the portal that they will allocate you to. Nobody has ever come out to say they give them a center that's outside of probably the locality. Aside from that, let me just say something on what Mr. Ono just said. I differ.
All right.
Onia, I differ in the sense that when you look at our climb, the countries that we have peculiarities, India, Brazil, in terms of population now, maybe Indonesia and China, these are countries that has population like ours. We still need this type of unified exams to be able to sieve university entrance. And considering our diversity, this unified exams is actually helping us to have a standard, a national standard. So to me, I feel that the Jamb joint admission and matriculation examination should still be encouraged and improved upon. When we talk about infrastructure, because of the internet penetration and glitches and all that, Jamb should look at their yesteryear's record. Those centers that has been having complaints, they should try as much as possible to draw them. And I have another solution. Institutions, religion institutions, colleges, polytechnics, universities that has the structure already and the facility should increase their Jamb, spaces.
Okay.
So if they have 1,000, computers, they can increase it to 2,000, 3,000 to help people within the communities, that we have, institutions already.
Help them write exams.
No, so
help them so they can participate.
They can participate, and it can help Jamb to have a better, coordination.
Okay.
So with this, I feel that we should move as a nation. We should continue to encourage Jamb, and Nigerian students are not totally bad.
Okay.
That is why when they go for masters, when they go to universities, anywhere in the world, they perform. The cognitive knowledge, read and pour out, is a method that we got from the British, and I tell you, is working very well for us. No university in the world that Nigerian, students that has Nigerian educational background has not performed.
All right.
So it has an advantage.
Stephen Onia, well, we're not saying that your opinion is totally shut down. He just differed on it to say, look, whether we like it or not, we can't run away from that trajectory just yet. You are saying we have not gotten there yet, which I quite understand. But finally, before we go, how do you think the government can start mending the walls? Where should this revolution to revamp the educational sector start start from right now to get our students back on track?
Start by
Quickly.
motivating the institutions.
Okay.
We need to go to the base, motivate the institutions. You see, like I said, learning is about acquiring, applying, and transfer.
Okay.
And learning cuts across, but not just for the students, from the instructors in the institutions. If they are not well motivated, if the infrastructures are not there and preparing for the future of work, we will get nowhere, because we don't need to just recall, we need to be productive and impact the nation positively. Very important.
All right, Dr. Jenny, quickly, let's get your perspective. Finally, before we go, what is your final take in all of this? Because it appears that, you know, Nigerians are worried. I mean, this is one hell of a news that broke out and nobody felt happy about it. Jamb, for God's sake.
For us to reanalyze, 50% of this pupil got just a little below the average mark, so they can be encouraged.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, their period is different from our generation, that in a community is only 1 or 2 television sets. Now, we should reduce the screen time. Every parent listening, watching this program should understand that the screen time, both on the television for pupils and the mobile phones. So when people say tablet, another information is that all parents, we should realize that the ministry is saying that WAEC, NECO, and maybe GCE are going to be, it's not going to be PBT, that's paper-based test. It's going to be computer-based test going forward from 2026. Please, TVC has said it. Everybody, let's encourage our words in the speed of time to type, because by the time all the rural areas, the honorables, the mosques, the churches, and you know, a lot of institutions, NGOs, state governments, local governments should set up computer-based centers across communities, so that even the least secondary school pupil would have a good typing skill set and speed, so that we'll be able to have pupils
to meet up
and be able to write the WAEC very well next day.
Political analyst Dr. Adeni Ojiko, so thank you so much for your time. Likewise, Stephen Onuya, it's my first time meeting you here today.
Yes,
fantastic. Like a composer as well. Thank you so much for coming on the show. All right. And that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG or on our website at tvcnews.tv. I am Mark Otabo. Until next week, goodbye.